Earls Court Square in London's prestigious Kensington district. The Victorian Garden only opens its gates to the public once a year, on Open Garden Square's weekend. The 240 residents who live directly on the square are the only key holders. This is not uncommon in London. In the 1970s, the square was looking rather dilapidated, so the locals decided to take matters into their own hands, taking up gardening and creating a new sense of neighbourhood community.
We do know the neighbours, and you get to know the neighbours. And there's also a residents' association, so the garden committee works with the residents' association. And we have a barbecue. We have a Christmas tree in the square, so we sing carols and have mince pies at Christmas. And it's a lovely way to get people together.
They've been working hard ahead of the open weekend, preparing hot drinks and biscuits. And a poet has been getting creative too.
Earls Court Square. Sunlight through the plane trees creates shadow puppets on the grass.
This is a rare opportunity for Londoners.
If this square was open generally to the public, I suspect it wouldn't be quite as beautiful as it is now. But it is really reserved for the rich, and so today we're enjoying what the rich enjoy.
Lots of lovely plants for inspiration, so I can go home and Google loads of things and buy some new ones.
The roof garden at this Japanese bank is equally as exclusive. The staff are lucky to be able to take their break here, and today others can also enjoy this luxury. The in-house restaurant uses the vegetables harvested here to serve clients exquisite meals. 3 members of staff do the gardening in their lunch breaks.
We love gardens, we love gardening, and there's nothing like seeing the stuff that you've grown at home. We bring it on in the windowsills, in the offices, in the sun, and we plant it out, and you see it all here. It's fantastic.
On the other side of the Thames is Southwark Cathedral and the Dean of Southwark's home. The garden is hidden away from the many tourists. It's the first time that it's been open to the public. The current Dean, Andrew Nunn, is delighted about the impact plants can have on Londoners.
Actually seeing plants growing is part and parcel. And I think in a very urban environment, it completely softens the edges of what can be quite hard, and quite hard on people's souls. So then to see some plants growing, even if they're not meant to be in that place, actually does a lot for people.
Many of the private gardens in London were created or revived by residents' associations. Bonnington Square, for instance. Locals started gardening here some 20 years ago, after leasing the land from the city. But they're not sure about the future.
I think the hardest thing is probably encouraging the next generation of people to come forward and help look after it, because it's a certain amount of work.
There are also many hidden gems in unexpected places in London. There are some 60 houseboats anchored here. The residents might not have enough land for a real garden, but that doesn't stop them from gardening.
It's a very tight community, and it's even a topic for the morning when people bump into each other. They even talk about the gardens and say, "Oh, have you seen the roses have come out this morning?" Or, so it's something that brings people together and something to talk about, and it makes them feel better when they walk through the moorings to work in the morning.
Private gardens in London, quiet oases for relaxing in, or getting to know your neighbours.